What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel with another video. And like I said in one of my videos when I was playing Battlefield, that we're going to take a dive into the new any news with that involving with the new Battlefield that's going to be coming up this year. Apparently it's going to be Battlefield 6 or 7. I don't know what number they're at currently right now, but anyways, let's take a dive into with Skizzle here on his channel and whatnot, giving us the know-how. So shout out to him. I'll leave his video in the description below if you want to go check it out, and also show him some love. Yeah, give the guy a like and watch his stuff. All right, without further ado, guys, let's see what what Skizzle has to say about this.
What's going on, toxic gamers? The Battlefield community is not stopping, man. Everybody's going scorched earth right now. I got a video that I want to share with you because the news that just came out about the next Battlefield game, some are calling it Battlefield 7, others are calling it Battlefield 6, but the video that just came out, the news,
it looks like it's taking place in Pripyat, in Chernobyl. Just saying.
News that just came out, insane, man. I don't think you guys are gonna like this one, man. That's all I gotta say. Let's just dive right into it. Like the video. If you get 500 likes, I'm gonna drop the next gaming news video for you. But shout out to the homie Big Fry TV. Roll it.
An alleged former DICE employee has gone scorched earth over on Blue Sky, you know, the app for people who hate Twitter for a month, discussing the current setting of DICE and EA going into the next Battlefield launch. And I mean, just to level with you guys, it's not good.
Love it. Love it. That's what we want, right? That's exactly what we want. Yeah, and I've seen a little bit of it, guys. It's not looking good. So we have Risible, right? Claims to be a dev or ex-dev. Roll it.
Developer has asked fans to temper their expectations, as apparently the new team.
Okay, temper our expectations. Okay, one. It's either. I think generally people think that, or actually have their expectations like up there. Reason for that being is because it's a AAA title. But with the current way of AAA titles are going these days, it's I guess it is kind of valid. However, that's not going to be the standard, unfortunately, because AAAs for quite a long time already have already set a standard. So that's a bit of a double-edged sword, man.
Working on the
It's not one thing. It's not a thing to say to your audience.
upcoming Battlefield 6 or whatever the hell they're going to call it is completely different from the people who used to work on the old games. According to Risible, after DICE imploded, 98% of the people who worked on previous.
And those of y'all who watched my gameplay of playing 2042, Battlefield 2042, like it has its merits and whatnot. Of course, it does have its moments as well. It's good and it's good and bad and whatnot. But after a while, I do get a bit, it does get a little somewhat repetitive, but that's only because of how little they added to the game when it first came out and whatnot, which is like, of course, as we all know, it was like, sacrilege in a way. But even those that played the game at launch and whatnot, and it was all buggy as hell, I can tell that some of them actually did have fun with the bugs and whatnot, which is which is cool and whatnot. That's that's you. And if you got amusement out of it, then yeah, more power to you. But the majority, of course, wants something working and blah 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 blah. But it's just kind of the rule of thumb,
Previous Battlefield titles have left EA, and we know that developers have gone to
what? Okay, I kind of skimmed it and whatnot because I was ranting a little bit, but what?
Completely different from the people who used to work on the old games. According to Risible, after DICE imploded,
Risible, Battlefield's section from EA Investors Day has started to generate sparks of hype for the new game. It'll certainly be different because 98% of the people who were previously who made previously the previous Battlefield games left EA already. Wow, what, dude? And how the hell? Let me explain how DICE imploded with this new crew to try to build things back up.
98%.
Okay, so it's definitely a lot. It definitely feels like, you know, kind of a jab at them and whatnot, but I don't want to be too negative, but I want to give them the benefit of trying and maybe, you know, picking up the pieces where others have left, and, you know, they're coming in and putting things back on track, you know. And I guess it is, you know, tall. I mean, it's a tall order and some shoes to fill, right? But until, like, you know, when we see a trailer along with gameplay, then we can make an inference and infer, you know, what's gonna happen or what the ultimate outcome might be. Okay, so until that day comes,
of the people who worked on previous Battlefield titles have left EA. And we know that developers have gone to open companies like Embark Studios, who obviously you guys know have worked on the finals. We also know a lot of Battlefield.
Yo, the finals had a lot of potential, but it's just like it came and it went. Nobody's talking about that no more.
No wonder it didn't come on my radar. Shit, dude. Some belly flops are definitely gonna, you know.
Talent is now over at TTK Games, and we still have yet to see what they're producing. But yeah, this thread details the sentiment from EA higher ups after games like Anthem have come out, Battlefield 5 failing, Mass Effect Andromeda failing.
Okay, the fact that he had to, you know, even mention Anthem is freaking hilarious, dude, because holy shit.
And then the penultimate 2042 launch, which, as we all know, was...
You don't know what that game is? That was a game that freaking died on, like... Oh, man, I don't know exactly what would be a good time frame, but, like, a good time frame probably would be... I played it with my friends for, like, a good couple of weeks and whatnot, but then, I don't know about them, but for myself... you know, I wound up finding myself just, like, you know, going throughout the game and exploring by myself and whatnot, and just, you know, checking it out and whatever. And if I came across an enemy, then, you know, I freaking killed them, or if they killed me, then blah or whatever. But, like, dude, it was so freaking boring and whatnot. Even I freaking was getting boring just flying around. And yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know why the fuck I bought that game.
Probably the biggest disaster.
Oh, wait, because I wanted to play with my friends. That's why I wanted something to play with my friends. But unfortunately, having a game like that, nope. It's not it.
Disaster that EA has seen in a long time. And after that, dude, EA basically walked in there and cleaned house. They told everybody, get the...
Dude, this game, I mean, it had everybody. They grabbed everybody by the balls. Everybody was like, this is gonna be the game. This is gonna be the game. Everybody was...
Yeah, I definitely... When I first saw the trailer during the, you know, the... What was it, the press conference, the EA press conference, or whatever the fuck, back in the day on stream and whatnot, because we don't have E3 anymore, but, you know, on the EA's press conference thing, it was definitely, you know, something that they were trying to hype up and whatnot. And I guess it kind of did stuck and whatnot, because it was a banging trailer. You know, you can definitely have a game that has like a freaking good ass trailer and good marketing and stuff like that. But once it's released and then everyone gets their hands on it and starts playing it and then starts seeing, you know, the results of it, you know, freaking heads are gonna roll.
So excited about Battlefield 2042. It was nuts. I remember that. And I was excited too, man. I was excited too, man.
Oh, even freaking Skizzles is on the same page as I am.
Excited too. And before the game came out, we started hearing some bad news about the game, right? We started getting...
Yeah, and I was gonna probably buy it on day one and whatnot, but however, I ended up buying. What did I buy? Freaking! I know I bought a different game, but I was way too busy on that game more than freaking Battlefield. I forgot what game I was playing at the time. Okay, I'm having a freaking mind fuck at this point right now, but I did buy a game other than Battlefield 2042. I ended up playing that game more than getting on the Battlefield bandwagon. I didn't get into Battlefield until like maybe 20, probably the following year, 2020. No, sorry, 2022. There we go, 22. Either that, or was it 23? Fuck, I don't remember. But yeah, I freaking started playing it, and then before you know it, I did get into it and whatnot, and I was playing it even with my best friend, and even we had our moments and whatnot. There was some pros and cons about it, and I still try to play it to get my money's worth and whatnot, which I think I actually bought the game on sale. It was having a discount actually, and freaking thank God I freaking got it on a discount other than paying the full fucking price, dude, because it's a little ridiculous with some of these AAA titles asking for these crazy prices.
Like those news reports that the game is not what it's supposed to be. We're not gonna have destruction, this and that. And at the time, a lot of the Battlefield community did not want to believe it. But surely when the game came out, we figured out, yeah, no destruction, this and that.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest letdowns and whatnot. And even myself, when I started playing it, I was like, oh, what the heck, dude? There's not a lot of destruction and whatnot. There's not a lot of maps with huge landmarks like in Battlefield 4 with the dam. You can destroy the dam and the whole dam kind of crumbles apart and breaks down. It doesn't like break as if it would in like in the movies where the whole dam just breaks down and the water comes rushing. No, it just kind of breaks and crumbles down to the floor and whatnot. But it does kind of like add a bit of an elemental factor on the map and whatnot. And there's another map, I forgot exactly what it was called, but it was like a flooded area, and you're like on top of buildings and whatnot. And there's like this one area where like there was a huge body of water that was being held up by a huge ass wall. And if you went up to that wall and see for it, and it breaks, the flooding gets even worse. And at this point, instead of like walking around onto the map throughout the corridors and on the ground and whatnot, the streets get all filled up, and then now you have to freaking swim around on the map and use boats or vehicles that have a water capability, like the IFVs and the Zodiac boats. And assault and the assault war boats and whatnot. But that's the kind of thing that kind of changed the whole map and whatnot, and added a different layer to the gameplay and whatnot. And that's why everyone liked Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 and whatnot, because of the destruction that you can cause on the map to huge major landmarks. Like another map, for example, was something on the border, some kind of border and whatnot. But like there was like this big, tall, one of those antenna looking things and whatnot that goes like, I don't know, freaking like 200, 300 feet up in the sky and whatnot. But if you destroyed like the cables, the whole thing comes down and whatnot, and then it just breaks in pieces and whatnot, and it just kind of crashes all over and causes like this huge little earthquake. Like that's what freaking Battlefield players wanted to freaking play with and whatnot, to be a part of and want to have that experience and whatnot, is the destruction, the ability to destroy buildings, the ability to all that type of crap and whatnot. And now friggin' when 2042, since 2042, that kind of stuff is gone. The only thing that 2042 has is just freaking tornadoes, dude. Like fucking A. Like I get it, tornadoes like maybe in a map or two and whatnot, but like they're almost in every single damn map, dude. There's like 5 maps where they have fucking tornadoes. It's not really something. I don't know what they're trying to portray there, as maybe they're trying to portray as global warming, climate change. A shout out to that stuff, you know.
And yeah,
I don't know what the fuck the thinking is behind that.
it is like, it's Joe essentially, but let's continue. Wait
Fuck
for
out of here. Rizzible is quoted here saying the business people at EA have always looked longingly at Call of Duty and the gazillions of dollars it makes annually. Then they look at.
And I think that was another thing that I think I saw a video about, was that Battlefield was trying to looking at this this tweet here. The business people at EA have always looked longingly, blah blah blah, and the gazillions of dollars it makes annually. Battlefield, and then they wait, what?
Battlefield and asked, why can't you be more like that?
Oh, okay.
Battlefield 2042's performance gave Vince Zampella and Laura Melee their dream opportunity to turn Battlefield into Call of Duty.
Oh my god, and that's where you lost it. That was the main reason why Call of Duty players, play Call of Duty, and why Battlefield players play Battlefield, dude. And as someone who takes part in both of them and whatnot, I prefer that divide and whatnot, because Call of Duty obviously doesn't have vehicles. Well, now they do, but it's nothing major or whatever, But Battlefield, has tanks, aircraft, fighter jets, drones, bombers. We can go on and on, dude. Like, that's what separates Battlefield to Call of Duty, and why people actually prefer Battlefield more than Call of Duty.
In 2021, Oscar Gabrielson was asked to leave. He was replaced as.
Say psych right now! Say psych right now! What the hell? What the hell is wrong with y'all suckers, man? The reason people play Battlefield is because they don't want to play Call of Duty.
Yeah, not far off. Like I said.
And the reason why people play Call of Duty is because they don't want to play Battlefield.
That's well, I agree with Skizzle, but I have to. It's a little bit more in depth. Like I said, Battlefield has vehicles, and Call of Duty is just like, just straight up shoot them and like hardly use any vehicles whatsoever, and perks and all this other freaking stuff and whatnot, which is like, freaking cool in itself and whatnot. But like, Call of Duty doesn't necessarily have much substance and whatnot. But yeah, I can definitely see that as after playing like a year and a half of Battlefield, that it does feel like fucking Call of Duty and whatnot, because you earn whatchamacallit, freaking Battlefield points. I think that's what they're called or whatever. You win Battlefield points, and then you can go to the EA store and whatnot, and in game, and freaking buy skins and freaking for your guns and equipment for your freaking loadouts and whatnot and whatever. It's just like, it's very kind of generic and whatnot, which I really hate, because in Battlefield, in most of the Battlefield games, you have to unlock skins and weapon attachments based on skill and how many kills you get and whatnot, and that has to be based on skill, and that's just about everything that you have is locked behind as you level up during your your career, or whatever the hell you want to call it. As you level up, you unlock more weapons that you can have access to, and attachments, vehicles, skins, and different weapons for your vehicles, tanks and bombers and whatnot. Different strategic things that give you a certain advantage or play style on Battlefield and whatnot. So it's, you know, it's more in depth compared to like Call of Duty and whatnot, where you can just like change attachments and whatnot, and ammunition like armor piercing or incendiary or whatnot. Like Battlefield doesn't have incendiary or anything like that or whatever, but well, actually I think they kind of do now, because I think you can switch up your you can switch up your ammunition for armor piercing and whatnot, but I think that's just armor piercing and whatnot. I don't think they have like, you know, incendiary. If it does, then I'm probably overlooking it.
And the reason why people play Battlefield and Call of Duty is because two different games. I mean, FPS, right?
Yeah.
Same setting, or I should say same format, but different settings and different gameplays.
Different gameplays, different styles, and different features as well.
That's why people play these games, man. But of course,
But yeah, if you start to blur the line in between these games and trying to make them one or the other, is like, ugh, like, dude, no one's gonna fucking wanna get on board.
Call of Duty
with that
got
crap.
like that. You guys already know, man. That's my digital dog looking like this, but
Yeah, it's a hybrid.
you guys already know Call of Duty got that.
Oh god, he got that bulge.
We got the BBC skin right, and apparently Battlefield also want to have BBC bundles, BBC Battle Pass, BBC skins, BBC this, BBC that. I mean, come on, man. I mean, listen, man. As a brown man with a BBC too. I mean,
dude.
I'm not saying don't put BBC bundles, but like, damn it, man. Can a brother get some content for once? Because every time it's like, hey, pay $70 with taxes. And right now there's a lot of rumors going around that GTA 6 is going to be $80 to $100.
Yeah, I think I definitely believe that GTA is gonna be like $100. No lie, I think it is gonna be $100 regardless. No matter how hard we're gonna probably, gamers are gonna, or the internet is gonna try to petition to be like, oh no, keep it as a, you know, $60 or $70. Nah, it's gonna be 100. I guarantee you. And I don't even think that on day one it's gonna be, you know, working quite well. Just saying.
I haven't made a video on it just yet. Maybe I will, but apparently if that happens, majority of the video games, instead of being, it used to be 60, then they made it 70, then they started adding battle passes, $20, $30, BBC bundles. That's what I'm.
Yeah, this shit is getting fucking ridiculous too, man, because that's another topic and whatnot, but like freaking it's getting to the point where it's like gosh darn ridiculous that it's getting on my nerves and whatnot. It's getting really fucking annoying to, like, you know, buy a game and then on top of that freaking buy a fucking battle pass to, you know, get more content. I was like, dude, no, like, fuck off.
I'm talking about. I'm not a.
Like, I can, like, for Battlefield, I think it was actually worth it. Excuse me. It was worth it when they had its battle pass and whatnot, and they kind of give you some wiggle room and whatnot, you know, with discount to get it even cheaper or whatnot. Or if you haven't picked up the game, you could pick up a copy in which it included the battle pass, or I forgot what it was called, Battlefield Prime. Yeah.
Against the BBC skins brand, but it's like $20, $30 for a skin. Get the F out of here. Get mama with that crap,
Yeah,
man.
get the fuck
This
outta
is
here.
daytime robbery. This is highway robbery, bro.
Highway robbery.
Dice
Highway
GM
robbery.
by Rebecca Kutez, a former Ubisoft general manager.
Oh.
Over. It's over.
At the same time,
done.
Dice hired
It's over.
COD's GM Byron Beed to join
You're
EA
fired.
as Battlefield's general
Bye.
manager.
Or
So we brought
singing
somebody
that.
from Call of Duty and we brought somebody from Ubisoft to look over the next Battlefield game.
No.
We're so fucked.
And then it goes into the details about Marcus Leto and how they were building a new studio in Seattle called Ridgeline.
Spoiler alert, Marcus Leto, he quit.
Oh,
And
shit.
you
Fuck
probably,
me.
I'm not sure for how long you have been around the channel for, but Marcus Leto also did, I said this, Marcus Leto felt like a genuine dude.
Okay.
Meaning, and I still think he's a genuine dude, not like felt like, okay? But at the time, he felt like a genuine dude because he was going on Twitter asking for fans' feedback. He was like,
Yeah.
okay, the next game,
Okay.
it's gonna be in my hands, okay? I'm gonna do the best. And I believe he wanted to do his best, but then
But-
he peaced out. He
What?
quit.
Why?
We don't know the reason for it, but I guess
Oh, okay.
you're about to get it. Yeah, get ready. Relax. you're gonna get a whole lot tonight or a whole lot today. No Diddy though.
As we all know, Ridgeline has since been shuttered. They also had a studio called Industrial Toys, who was working on.
Bro, I'm stumped. I'm stumped. Whatever the reason, I'm a little afraid what the reason might be, but if it is, you know, something stupid or something like that, I think I'm gonna be stumped.
Battlefield Mobile, they shut down as well. The pandemic basically shuttered both of these studios. As of now, it appears that New Dice, Ripple Effect, Criterion, and Motive are the Battlefield dev group. And this Risible says the Battlefield game they're making will probably come out in October of this year. Now, we apparently, according to this, have a Battlefield game coming out in October. But don't be excited, because the goal is a new Battlefield game every year. I think EA...
No, you're trying to be like Call of Duty. Dude, no, you're done. It's over.
Has a roadmap to achieve this, but we won't see the next game in 2026. If Bede sticks to his vision, we will get a full-price main game with limited single-player, seasons, battle passes, and live service slot.
Yeah, so BBC Seasons, pause. BBC Battle Pass, pause again. And BBC Live Service slot, pause once again. I mean, damn, man, I'm going on my knees. No Diddy right now. Please, come on, man. Can we get good games for once?
I don't think so, man. It's probably gonna get worse before it even gets any better.
Why y'all suckers wanna all the
money? That's why, bro. Money. Come on, you know what it is. We all know what it is.
Milk over wallets dry, bro. Okay, man, $70 game, but it's gonna be limited single player, and on top they're gonna add seasons. Okay, I get a new content.
Like, I want to freaking play another good freaking Battlefield solo campaign and one. Okay. The Battlefield 3 one kind of freaking was actually not that bad. It was actually decent, right? Maybe not Call of Duty groundbreaking, you know, whatever, but it was freaking actually decent. Okay.
Yeah. Battle Pass, which is gonna be like what? $20, $30, yeah, and
probably
then you
50.
can also skip the tiers, and every tier, usually there are 100 tiers per Battle Pass, right? So if you want,
bro, my fucking butt is clenching just by freaking thinking about it.
Skip a tier, I believe it's like $1. Just skip a tier. If you want to skip 100 tiers, pay $100. A Franklin Benji, a Benjamin.
Yeah, tier 1, then tier 2, and then you finally get to tier 10, and then, you know, you probably spend another 1,000 or something like
and then on top of that, you add the skins, the $20, the $30 bundles. Call of Duty even did like $80, $100 skins, right? To which some said, not everybody, a lot of people did talk against it,
worth of shit.
But some people are like, nah, man, you know that $100 skin that Activision is giving you is just a reward. It's just a reward.
Shut the fuck up. I'm freaking... For people who freaking think like that, you need a headbutt a knife. You need a headbutt a knife, suck a D, and shut the fuck up.
I kid you not, I saw that, and it's just, you are paying $100 to...
And you're part of the problem too. You're part of the problem.
Them. It's not a reward.
Headbutt a knife. Headbutt a fucking knife. It's not a fucking reward. Shut the fuck up. Kick yourself in the face.
You are buying it. If
freaking Stooley,
it was a reward, they would have given you for free.
Yeah, for free.
That's a reward. You know, playing the game, and you get it either for either unlocking it because you completed a certain objective or a certain challenge, and therefore you.
Yeah, I was just talking about that earlier, guys. I mean, get this many kills with this weapon, and then you freaking unlock it or whatever the fuck.
Get it? Like, that's a reward. But
that's a fucking, you know, wall lock thing or whatever that can be accessed to for free without having to spend a goddamn $1. It's just gonna take time and skill and whatever the hell, which Battlefield players would definitely put into, done right. I mean, you did it right for the last couple of Battlefield games, freaking Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 6, I think, or 5. Fuck, I don't fucking remember what number we're at right now.
Paying, that's not a reward. But everybody was like, no, it's a reward. Not everybody, but some people were saying it's a reward. It's over, man. It's over. We gamers, we need to do better. We need to. Yeah, we can sit here and be like, these companies gotta do better. Of course they gotta. Yeah, of course they gotta.
Yeah, but you also gotta do, not spend your fucking money on bullshit too. You're incentivizing these companies into doing this shit because you keep fucking pulling out your fucking wallet and you know, going down on them and they're peeing in your mouth and you think it's Kool-Aid.
Gotta do better, but we also gotta do our thing by not purchasing the microtransactions all the time, or the games. I mean, if you really want to bring change, I guess it's about boycotting the games, right? But it's sad because
I mean, even the fact that we have to even consider that is just like, you know, how far we've come down.
The only game
when it comes to shit like that,
sadly about was Black Ops 6 last year, but that was the only game. I did not purchase Modern Warfare 3.
I was gonna purchase it, but I was like, nah, I don't think so. Freaking somewhere in the back of my mind thought that it was gonna freaking flop and suck and whatnot, so I didn't even freaking bother picking it up. And I think my choice was actually I made a good choice actually, because the game did suck.
I did not purchase any other game. I don't even remember like what was the last game I purchased.
I think it had like what, mixed reviews or something and whatnot, but it wasn't very necessarily well received
Before Black Ops 6. And yeah, Black Ops 6 was the last game I purchased. I had my fun with that game. I still go back to it like once in a while, and yeah, whatever. But it's over. It's over. Video game industry is so dry, and all they want to do is milk our wallets dry.
It's pretty shit in general, honestly, because yeah, I like some good games that actually have come out, like Space Marine and what's another good one that recently came out? Black Wukong, right?
Even more.
A free-to-play mode
Stellar Blade,
like Warzone. Wild and crazy, monetized cosmetic content is the ultimate goal, and they'll push that towards the player base as fast as they can without generating too much negative sentiment. Pay for the game every
yeah, that's the scummy practice, one of their scummy practices that they do
year, and pay for Battle Pass and pay for skins. They're basically taking Battlefield and turning it into Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Rizzible goes on to say, so if you're a Battlefield fan, temper your expectations. This is a new era of the game made by a completely new group of people following a new philosophy. Whether that's good or bad, it depends on your personal outlook. EA leadership, including Wilson, so Andrew Wilson, Laura Melee, Byron Bede, Zampella, all of them are corpos through and through. They want to extract maximum
see, I was just mentioning it earlier. Bunch of fucking corpo assholes, freaking asshats, freaking just, you know,
revenue from their players and drive up shareholder value. They make games to make money, not the reverse.
And that's essentially what it's all about. And I get it. I'm sure like you guys get it too, that we understand it's a business. We understand that. But
yeah,
man, can we just get games that we were... can we get the same passion you guys had back in the 2010s era, right? 2015s, up until 2015. Because
no, I want to say 2017.
Right now, we don't see passion. We just see you seeing us as dollar signs. That's
yeah, freaking they're getting a little too greedy for their own goddamn good.
What's going on right now, man? Video games industry is so like chalk, bruh.
Not just video game industry, but also freaking movies and other, you know, when it comes to the entertainment industry.
If you guys do have Instagram or Twitter, definitely follow there. Links are always down below. We're gonna stay on top of it. But holy crap,
the socials.
And this is where I'm at. When I first saw the headlines going out saying like 98% of people working on the next Battlefield game didn't touch the last ones, I was kind of relieved. It was just like, well, I mean, we saw how the last few have gone. Maybe it is time for a new...
Yeah, okay, freaking granted, Battlefield 4 did have a shitty launch, actually, because I was there, and I bought it, and I was trying to play the freaking game, but, like, no. There was nothing... excuse me, yawn. But there was nobody able to freaking join, hardly anybody to join a freaking lobby. It was really difficult, and if you did manage to join one, it was freaking... buggy as fuck. You got kicked out, your game crashed, yada yada yada.
Regime. That being said, if that new regime is being led by a bunch of corpos who want to turn Battlefield into a monetization powerhouse like Call of Duty, I mean, it's over, right? All these suits look at is how much money they're generating, but they don't look at the health of the community. They don't look at the fact. I mean, fuck me, look at what's going on with Call of Duty right now. The hacking situation, the Squid Game. People are fucking pissed. They're losing players.
Black Ops 6 lost more than half of its player base just like that in December.
Damn, dude, I didn't even, you know, bother to look at the you know, the player base and whatnot, but like shit, I think I can believe that. I probably believe that because when you know, yeah, as soon as it came out, like I wasn't even freaking like, you know, playing it or whatever, but I didn't even hear much news about it online or anything like that. Either whether if it's like, you know, my own uninvolvement in it and whatnot, but like I like hardly even seen like I don't know anything good about it other than just like, you know, just advertisements like, oh, come and get it and whatnot. Come get Call of Duty. It's 30% off or some shit.
A month after the game, and December is usually the best month ever. And yeah, I enjoyed my time at launch, and I play like once in a blue moon right now. I'm not playing it every day. The game is not, and I said this before, right? For a 4-year game.
Actually, the only game that I think I was actually getting back into was actually Helldivers, actually, with the new content that they came out with, a Hellgas update and whatnot. Yeah, I got the Hellgas gun and the Hellgas you know, armor set and whatnot. It was pretty dope and whatnot, and I hope freaking Helldivers freaking keeps the momentum up because they kind of lost it just a little bit, I think, somewhere in the summer, but like now they're, you know, getting back on track. I think
that's how much they spent on Black Ops 6, right?
I think I had more yeah, I think I was playing that game more than Call of Duty.
4 years, 4,000 devs, 4,000. Nah, apparently it was 3,000 devs, but like still. For a 4 years game, Black Ops 6 is nothing. It's not impressive.
No,
it's not impressive. It's a decent game, and it could have been more.
Honestly, I don't get how you glassholes freaking like, you know, milk this fucking shit and freaking play this garbage still and whatnot. I don't get it.
More than decent had it been they were listening to the fans, but they're like, nah, F the fans.
And if you get your money's worth and like, you know, that's one thing and whatnot, but like, is it really going to be worth it at the end, or is it going to help you justify your purchase and whatnot? Because I don't know, I think I bought some shit back in the day that was like really stupid and whatnot, and I did regret my freaking purchase. Like one of my biggest regrets, games I bought and regret freaking buying was fucking Starfield. It was so fucking boring. If I wanted a walking simulator or a spacewalking simulator, I would just freaking go onto the freaking simulator series and look for a walking simulator and play that instead. I think I probably had more fun with that shit.
Now look at Black Ops 6 Warzone, losing players left and right. They are struggling, and they now have to drop another zombies map because zombies is decent this year. It's not the best, not the worst, but it's odd. You play once or twice and then you peace out. Back in the days, dog, bro, I was playing zombies every single day.
Bro, everyone was playing zombies like during the weekends, man. It was like a weekends event. For real. I remember those days. Those days are gone now, man.
Single day. It was that good. But of course, I understand that I was also young and people were young as well. We're also getting older. We're getting more responsibilities. We're getting less and less time to play the games. I get
Yeah, that's another factor too, because we're getting old and shit.
that, and we're also getting tired and fatigue, franchise fatigue. But minus all that, there's a whole lot of bull squash to it.
Yeah, you can chalk it up to with that stuff and even nostalgia as well. Freaking nostalgia can only, you know, freaking hit you so much until like, you know, just as much as like, you know, a freaking heroin addict freaking gets heroin trying to chase a dragon, and you know, you're never gonna catch that dragon again like you did the first time, right?
Damn.
It's kind of like what's happening with the older gamer generations now and whatnot, such as me, because like I'm 34 and I still enjoy some games on the daily. Like mostly I've been playing Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty now, it's not Call of Duty. Battlefield, like I mentioned, Command and Conquer actually is a game I've been starting to, you know, visit. I find myself visiting and visiting again. Because back in high school, dude, I played the fuck out of freaking Command and Conquer, dude. I don't know about you, but freaking RTS games just like was kind of like my bread and butter back in the day. I freaking got Command and Conquer Generals when I first got a laptop and whatnot, and holy shit, dude, I was freaking playing the fuck out of that game. I freaking had to buy like, I don't know, maybe 3 copies because I kept freaking scratching them and whatnot.
Milking our wallets dry, doing all that crap. It's like, man, come on, for the love of everything, man. Like, make games for the gamers, dog. Like, we're not your shareholders. I get it, you want to keep the shareholders happy, but understand this: if you keep your customers, your gamers, your fans happy, we're gonna be on your game, therefore you're gonna make a lot of money.
No, yeah, man, that's what everyone's been pretty much saying to the industry in general. Like, stop making half-assed shit and whatnot. I mean, look how long it took for Cyberpunk to, like, you know, get to where it's at and whatnot, and but they couldn't even fish that one out as polished as they can get it and whatnot. Maybe have some bugs here and there and whatnot, but like, no, they just put it out there. Freaking, it was a buggy mess. I couldn't fucking play it freaking day one, dude. It kept crashing and shit. It was like, so when the updates started coming out and whatnot, I was like, no, I'm gonna wait until, like, you know, the updates slow down and, like, you know, things get stable and shit. But like, I had wished that they had, you know, delayed the game for I think if it were to come out now, it probably would have been better off, honestly.
Money, and therefore you're gonna be able to satisfy and keep your shareholders happy too. Simple as that. But man, y'all suckers can kiss my, can I say that on YouTube? Probably
kiss my ace.
not, but y'all suckers can go pound sand
day over day, and they're looking at that as the fucking model that they want to apply to Battlefield. Gone are the days of just having a Battlefield game that lasts years on end. I mean, fuck me, I still know people that play Battlefield 4 to this day.
No, I don't wanna.
Bro, the last time actually when I played Battlefield 4 was actually not that long ago. It was actually about 3 weeks ago, and it had a decent, I think a decent player base and whatnot. Maybe not as much as it did in its golden years and whatnot, but like, shit. And I actually visited Battlefield 3 on console on Xbox, and freaking people still playing that shit on there.
F you, that's kind of Diddy though. No Diddy, man. No Diddy, no Diddy.
Hey, this is honestly almost worst case scenario. I personally would much rather just have them shelve it and try something else than to just watch yet another franchise chase Call of Duty numbers, chase Call of Duty dollars, and have that Call of Duty mentality. Because much like a long laundry list of games before this, what makes you special is the fact that you are not Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And once
Every game that tried to be Call of Duty ultimately failed. Hell, even Call of Duty is failing big time right now in comparison.
Yeah, that's a good point too, because like even Call of Duty is fucking itself over because they can't even be themselves anymore, dude. Because they're being so much extra that, oh my god, it's just this whole freaking, like, you know, web of trying to, like, you know, trying to be who you were back then and whatnot, which I don't think that you can probably ever try to and whatnot. You can come close, but I don't think you'll ever will be. But you can come close. But, you know, if you lose your overall model and what made you special and what made players go and play your game is gone, dude.
To their previous games. I mean, Call of Duty is still the #1 best-selling, or #2, sometimes #3.
Yeah, even that, regardless, because, you know, the freaking fatheads are gonna freaking shell out their money to freaking Battlefield to Call of Duty.
I mean, that's like, it's insane. It's insane. But you guys gotta understand that Call of Duty has achieved that number because they have been pumping these games out every single year, and it's the name, right? It's like McDonald's. It's McDonald's. People hate it, but people keep on buying it. Simple as that. Simple as that,
yeah,
right?
Pretty much.
But even Call of Duty is losing its steam.
I don't know why either.
And the reason it's still on top, #1, #2, #3, is because gaming as a whole is very dry, man. We're not getting any like big games out there. Yeah, like once in a blue moon we have like stronger single player titles, but single player titles, which means that, and they're good. I love single player games. I'm not talking against it, but the fact of the matter here is this: a single player game comes out, people play it, people love it, but that's it, and nothing wrong with that. They play it and then they peace out. That's how single player works, right? That's how single player games work, which is normal. You enjoy your experience, you have your experience, you play.
Well, also with adding another factor there, Skizzle, is that also whether if the game also has, you know, replayability as well. Because if the game doesn't have replayability and, you know, it makes you go back and play it once again, even though you've finished it, has to be also a contributing factor that that game needs to have in order for you to, you know, to pick up a controller and, you know, play it again, is that replayability quality or X factor, whatever you want to call it. But if it doesn't have that, yeah, you might as well just freaking just toss it aside and just like let it collect dust until, like, I don't know, maybe 10-20 years later, once it starts to be relevant again, you're gonna freaking pop that freaking disc into the freaking console again or whatever the hell, boot it up, and then start playing it all over again.
And then you peace out. When it comes to multiplayer games, of course, Call of Duty, people play it all year long till the next one and the next one and the next one. But right now, it's losing its steam because the games aren't that good. Couple that up with franchise fatigue. We're getting older. Couple that up with all the bull squash, microtransactions, BBC bundles.
Yeah, etc., etc. Every single friggin' factor you can possibly think, just put it in the pot. It's gonna be part of the reason. 1,000 reasons why.
Pause. And BBC Battle Pass. Pause again. You know what I mean, right? Like, damn it, man. And now Battlefield want to copy Call of Duty. Bro, like, I love this franchise. Like, Call of Duty, Battlefield, GTA, top 3 franchise right there, man. As sad as it might sound, but holy smokers, it ain't no jokers, man.
Once you lose that, you might as well close up shop. And with the overwhelming negativity surrounding gaming nowadays, with the pushback becoming so strong in some areas of the internet, I can't fucking imagine what's going to happen if these words ring true. In my opinion, I think this is Battlefield's last shot, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. With that,
I think so too, because compared to like other franchises out there, such as Halo, that's another one that's honestly going down the sink and whatnot. Once that game comes out, I guarantee it that if it flops, every single fan or whatever is gonna opt out, and they're gonna finally, like, you know, put the nail on the coffin and whatnot. Honestly, for me, I think it already has and whatnot, because I don't see myself playing any future Halo games and whatnot. I mean, I was in the middle of playing Infinite and whatnot, but I don't know. I just kind of like put it down after, I don't know, playing a couple levels and whatnot. I was like, I mean, Halo is not what it used to be back in the day anymore. I mean, I could make another video talking about that and the reason why, but like, holy shit, dude. It's stale, like, you know, crackers that have been left in a freaking cupboard for 10 years. They're all stale and taste like cardboard.
That said, I don't think this is the mentality that is going to take them to the promised land. And with games like Delta Force providing a Battlefield-like experience.
Damn, he's just...
No, damn, yeah, now that freaking was a game that I wanted to freaking try and whatnot, but because it's not a controller, I don't think it supports control support. Yeah, I don't think it does, but I think there was a couple of videos saying that there's a way to get around it. I don't know. I have to figure that part out myself, but like that, this game was honestly something that I wanted to try.
A toxic gamer like all of us? No, say psych. He's just a toxic gamer like I'm joking, man. But now, Big Fry, speaking big facts, I also do believe it's the last shot. But again, though, if they come out, if they come out with a good game, people gonna be playing it. Gamers are simple, man. Yes, people gonna be skeptical in the beginning, but if the game is good, people gonna play it, and it's gonna.
I mean, no, yeah, everyone's freaking like, you know, bullshit meter is freaking like high up on the end lately these days with just about everything and whatnot, and that's, you know, valid due to the certain pattern of how these AAAs have been, you know, presenting themselves and being released and whatnot with either good or shitty releases and whatnot, you know. And it's definitely becoming a bit of a convoluted space in which these franchises are like, you know, whether they're succeeding or struggling, you know, it's the hit or miss and whatnot. And yeah, it's come to the part where like it's a bit hard to stay relevant with every single contributing factor in the bucket that we have pretty much went over and whatnot is like, you know, against them in that way and whatever. But, you know, if given the chance and whatnot, and if they get their head out of their asses and whatnot, and like, you know, put themselves in, I guess, in our position, in would this be a game that you would like to play even yourself, you know, as putting yourself in the shoes of the player as well.
Sell like hotcakes.
But like what Skizzle said earlier on is that, you know, freaking these guys are just like, you know, cash grab as fast as you can. Put another one each year.
Simple as that. Guys, check out this video on the screen, man. This what happened recently. I'm not sure if you guys got to see it or not, man. The Call of Duty situation is tough, man. On the left, you got a UFO video. We've recently been doing that because gaming is just very dry right now. Check it out and I'll see you there.
Oops, my bad.
I think you guys are gonna like this.
Okay, well, there you have it, guys. That's what the current state of what Battlefield's gonna be and whatnot. So of course we'll have to wait and see what's gonna happen. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say about that other than like, you know, we'll have to wait and see and whatnot, of course. But I'm trying to be optimistic, but at the same time I feel like I can't and whatnot, just given the pattern of, you know, how this stuff is being presented and whatnot. You know, there's a pattern of whether that these AAA titles are succeeding or failing, and the most of the time a lot of these AAA titles are kind of failing and whatnot, regardless what freaking label is attached to them, you know. And I don't think that should be honestly enough, the label itself, you know, the title, to have them, you know, be relevant or whatever and whatnot. They gotta, of course, you know, they gotta do more a little bit and whatnot. But I guess that's why, you know, everyone is jumping onto games from like Stellar Blade. Like, games are not even made in the West. Freaking games are made from like in Korea or China or whatever the hell. Getting stumped by Korea and China, guys. What the hell? Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for me, it for me here. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'll leave the original video in the description. So go check out Skizzle on his channel. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right there for him and whatnot. Okay, I'll even freaking subscribe to him. It's a freaking good video. It's some good know-how, good news and whatnot. Hopefully it's optimistic. Hopefully, you know, fingers crossed or whatever. But you know, if if it doesn't go down that way, then, you know, I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised. Alrighty, guys, that's gonna be it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll probably stream later on. Alright, guys, see you in the next one.